there, Annika. You're, of course, standing in front of the very steps that Jacob Zuma will mount as he heads into court tomorrow. How are we expecting it all to unfold?
That's right, Joe. At 9:30 a.m. sharp, accused number one, former President Jacob Zuma, which is going to be alongside accused number two, a representative from French arms company Thales SA. Of course, Pierre Moineau, who was the person who was previously indicted, is no longer in a position to appear in court. He's very frail, so a representative from the French headquarters, we presume, will be in court alongside Jacob Zuma. 9:30 sharp, same legal team, so 13 years later, 29th of June 2005, we've got the same legal teams, the same accused, the same co-accused, and a very similar indictment. 16 charges, fraud, money laundering, corruption and racketeering, 207 witnesses on that state witness list, 11 less than previously, but otherwise it's going to be a very short court appearance, and it should be postponed, placed on the court roll, and the accused will be warned by the judge. We understand is Judge Temba Shishi, to appear in court at a later date.
Of course, as you say, we understand that it's going to be a fairly short court appearance, but that doesn't mean Jacob Zuma's supporters won't be out in their numbers tomorrow.
That's right. I mean, where we're standing now, which is, on the main sort of drag here, just across from the harbour, I'm not quite sure where everybody's actually going to stand. Previously at the Pietermaritzburg High Court and at the Durban Magistrates Court, where Jacob Zuma appeared the last time, I think in the first appearance in 2005, there was a big cordoned-off fence and field where supporters from many groups could gather. This time there's the night vigil in Albert Square, and we believe there'll be two marches starting from there tonight and at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, which is going to be quite far away from this entrance to the court. We'll have to go to the back end, to the front entrance, and see what's going on there, but at the moment it's very quiet. We believe that they're going to be very similar, pushing very similar narratives in favor of the former president. Remember that he was indicted just a few days after he was fired as deputy president in 2005 by former President Thabo Mbeki when he was charged. And the narrative is that two things. One is that he is a victim of a political conspiracy again, and that goes back to former Director of National Public Prosecutions, Bulelani Ngcuka, saying he did not have a prima facie case against Jacob Zuma, but intended to charge Schabir Shaik, which he did. And that I'm also hearing there is not perhaps faith in the judicial system and confidence from these groups, which include, I must add, the National Funeral Practitioners of South Africa, that he will get a fair trial.
Thank you so much for that. Annika Larsen, our reporter out there on the steps of the courtroom where Jacob Zuma will appear tomorrow morning.